good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bull City Hangout 1120. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. With Bull City Hangout, basically I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then I invite you to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information, etc. So let's get started with the school tools page at durhamskywriter.com. Now, yesterday was the hiring, it was like a drive-through hiring event, Durham Public Schools. We're trying to hire a bunch of custodians. I'd like to know what happened. I'd love to know if you got a job at Durham Public Schools by way of this hiring event at NC Works. Let me know, because that would be great news if you did. All righty, free lunches are available right now at certain Durham Public Schools in different venues. So Durham Public Schools has bag lunches available at different times in different places. Also, Durham County has the same thing, same type of program. Their program is called Eat and See, and there's different places where you can pick up lunches for your kids ages 18 and under. And if you simply cannot make it out there because you have a disability or whatever, you might be able to have the lunches brought to you. So find out, just read about all of that on the school tools page. All right. Let's go to the word page. That is the nonprofit and government information page. APS of Durham, that's the Animal Protection Society of Durham. They have a pantry where you can actually get free dog and or cat food and sometimes even kitty litter. So let them know online when you're available to pick up said items, and they will be happy to accommodate you. Also, if you can help APS of Durham, they would appreciate that too. And that's with financial and other types of donations. They have adoption assistance, they have a spay-neuter service, heartworm treatment service, and also life-saving medical treatments for pets so they can have that second chance at being adopted. So there you go, read about all of that on the word page. All righty, let's see. The city has a water hardship fund, by the way, if you've fallen behind in your bills, your water bill. The city might be able to help you out with up to $240 worth of help for 1 year. So read about that again on the word page. Also, the county, DSS, they have the HOPE program, Housing Opportunity and Prevention of Evictions program. So if your job has been affected by COVID-19 and you're like behind in your rent or your utilities, you can get help for up to 6 months. So check that out on the word page as well. Let's see what's going on with the Durham County Library. They're not quite open yet, but you can put a hold on books, CDs, and DVDs. You can actually search by title or by subject on the durhamcountylibrary.org website. So if you have an account, you can do that. And if you don't have when I say account, I mean library card. So if you don't have a library card, you can get an online temporary card. So read about that on the web page as well. All righty, let's see. Durham Technical Community College has a small business center downtown, and their website, or rather their workshops, are all online now. There's usually one being given on Fridays, so let's see what it is for today. Yes, managing your online reputation. So important, especially if you're looking for work. Because I didn't realize it, but when Kim Gammons from NC Works was on the show 2 days ago, she says they check your social media when you're looking for work. Yeah, they look to see who you really are online. So yeah, just know that. So again, this workshop is from 1:30 until 3. And again, it's called Managing Your Online Reputation. All right, let's go now to the health page. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. To your health. Of course, I have your COVID-19 information, where to get tested. The app, Slow COVID NC, which alerts you if you have been exposed to someone who has tested positive lately. Also, quarantine help that you can get from the state if you have COVID-19 or you're told to quarantine because you've been traveling or whatever. Yeah, just know that the state might be able to help you out. So read about that on the health page called To Your Health. And when I say help, I'm talking groceries, I'm talking rent, I'm talking serious help. There you go. Also, I think there's going to be, I just heard from the Community Health Coalition. Shout out to Carmelita. Let's see. She told me of 3 places where you can get free COVID-19 tests tomorrow. There it is. So the Old North State Medical Society, along with Community Health Coalition and a few others, free COVID-19 testing at Russell Pharmacy. That's over in East Durham on Andrew Avenue, tomorrow from 10 until 1. And then I'll tell you of the other 2 places, even though it's in the afternoon. I'll be mentioning this again tomorrow. Let's see, Southern High School 2 to 5, and then Hillside High School 2 to 5, and that's tomorrow. All righty, let's see. Am I missing something? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, let's go to the health events. Let me just show you. At the top of the page, you might have to scroll down if you're on, if you're reading this on a smartphone. The big health events button. So let's click on that and see what's on the docket. So let's see. Oh, Duke University Medical Center. They're hosting the 14th annual Living with Epilepsy, Life Without Limits. Again, Living with Epilepsy, Life Without Limits. That's tomorrow, 9 until 1. It's a half-day virtual symposium. It's free, open to all. So you just register today, because even though it's tomorrow, their office might not be open tomorrow for you to register. So there's a link for you to write, or there's a number that you can call to register. It's a Zoom event, so be sure to check that out. All righty. Let's see. Let's go to the senior page. It's called Senior Scope. And let's see. This is a first. I actually have to wipe my nose. I hope I'm not catching a cold. I'll be right back. I don't want to be rude. Talk amongst yourselves. Dum, 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 dum. Na, 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 da, 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 da. Broop, boo, 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 boo. Okay, I'm back. That was a first. You don't want to be rude wiping your nose on so-called TV. Okay, now let's see. Yes, senior pharmacist. I'm on the Senior Scope page now. Senior pharmacist still is offering Medicare counseling to Durham residents age 55 and up. Of course, everything is done over the phone or online. So also now's the time to check your Medicare Part D provider. Sometimes they switch up on you without letting you know that they have dropped the medication that you're taking. So you might want to check your provider. You have until December 7th to make a change. And if you are here in Durham County, senior pharmacists can help you. So call or, just call or write for an appointment, and then they can help you out. Also, if you're about to turn 65, like I'm about to do in a few weeks, they have Medicare Basics videos on their website. Definitely you want to know all about that as well. And again, that is on the Senior Scope page. Also, let me scroll down to the Jewish Federation of Durham Chapel Hill. They're on Cornwallis Road. They have a Jewish Family Services food pantry. They are accepting donations. So if you'd like to make a donation, you can drop off the donation on Friday. So that's today, 2:30 until 4:30. And here's what's needed most: non-perishable, unexpired, shelf-stable food, such as canned tuna, dried pasta, tomato sauce, peanut butter, canned beans, canned vegetables, canned soup, canned fruit, paper grocery bags? Okay. Also, unused packaged hygiene products, such as bar soap, toilet paper, toothpaste, and travel size items like shampoo, conditioner, and body soap. There you go. So be sure to read about that on the Senior Scope page. All righty, now let's go to the last page that we'll be visiting, and that is the Let's Go calendar of events page. Let's see, New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're giving away free meals from 3 until 6 this afternoon. Please wear a mask. Also, the mix at Durham Station, that's me. Woo. DJ 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟, that's me. I'll be playing music at the terminal downtown, the downtown Go Durham terminal on Pettigrew from 3:30 until 6:30. It's going to be warm this afternoon, so this will be the last one. I hate to say that. I was hoping to play some Christmas music because I want to play Christmas music so bad next month somewhere. But anyway, be that as it may, this will be the last one. I hope that you can drop by and say hello. Again, it's going to be today from 3:30 to 6:30. Also, Downtown Durham Inc., they invite us to the Streetery, and that is downtown dining and shopping. It's going to be on Fridays and Saturdays. Now, you know, even though it's going to be warm, it's going to drop. When that sun goes down, the temperature is going to plummet. So Connor at Downtown Durham Inc. says that they might have to close up shop maybe a little early, but still at the beginning, because it's from 5 until 9:30, it's going to be really, really nice. So come on downtown, enjoy live music, and come by and say hello to me, although I'll only be around until 6:30. But yeah, so just enjoy downtown. So it's going to be today and tomorrow, 5 to 9:30. Okay, now also tomorrow, Durham Farmers Market from 8 until noon in Durham Central Park. Durham Craft Market, 8 until noon in Durham Central Park. South Durham Farmers Market, they're already operating under their winter hours, so that is 9 until noon on Highway 55 South. The Nehemiah Christian Center will have their big Give Back grocery giveaway tomorrow, so don't miss that if you are in need. That's going to be from 10 until noon. If you're in a car, pop open the trunk and they'll place the box inside. If you're on foot or the number 9 bus or whatever bus, have a folding shopping cart if you can, because you might be kind of unwieldy trying to carry a box on the bus or down the street. Also tomorrow, I'll be announcing this tomorrow as well. The Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, they're going to have a community labyrinth dedicated to loss, hope, and joy. And this is where they invite us to bring an object that's personal to us for this sacred space of reflection. This is going to be a long-term exhibit. This object can be small to medium size, whatever that means to you. That represents loss, hope, or joy, or all three. So this is going to be really fun. It's going to be, you can decorate them, you can inscribe a message, whatever you want to do. So they want us to drop off our items tomorrow from noon until 3. So know about that and see if maybe you can get an item or two, choose one and maybe decorate it or whatever for donation tomorrow at noon. All righty, I think that's about it. Let's see, the weather. It's 61 and sunny. It's going up to 66. Yes, I'm smiling because I love nice weather. Sunny all day. Tomorrow's going to be even better. 72 degrees tomorrow and sunny all day. Let's see what it's going to be on Sunday. I didn't bother to check that. Let's see. On Sunday, it's going to be 66 and cloudy. And then next week, as you know, Thanksgiving's Thursday. So Thursday is going to be 64, not bad, and 50% chance of rain. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. So it looks like Guy R. Cook from the Guy R. Cook Report is waiting in the wings of Walla Walla, Washington. So let's see what's new with Mr. Guy. Guy, what's new?
Well,
your face is really low today.
Well, that's so I could have my sign up there, a shameless plug. I mean, some people have Chicago posters. I have the Guy R. Cook Report. Silly me. Anyway, do you see two of me in your little menu thing? Like add Guy Cook?
Well, look at that.
Well, that's part of an experiment. And what that one is, where I'm looking sideways because it's sitting off over here to my side, that's my old Chromebook. I had an old Acer C720. And
Mhm.
after 6.5 years, Google doesn't update it anymore.
Oh,
And so
really?
I was looking for a solution, and I stumbled on this software built for Chromebooks called
Mhm.
Gallium OS. It's a Ubuntu Linux distribution that they make it work just with the chipsets that come with Chromebooks. So
Okay.
I did the dance. Because I had a brick otherwise. I wasn't going to get updates, and I'm pretty worried about updates, as you can imagine. So I looked,
Yeah.
installed it, and bazinga, it comes in. And so today the experiment was, let's see if I can get into the Bull City Hangout. Well,
Yeah.
not
So Gallium
pretty, but
OS.
hi, guy.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So it's for Chromebooks.
Yeah. So if you get a Chromebook and it gets to end of life and they don't get Google updates anymore, and it still powers up, which this one obviously does, then bazinga, you've got a fix. If you go, I put the link into the
Yeah, I'm going to copy that
private
link.
chat,
Yeah.
and that's the link that I've got in the Guy R. Cook report. There's several. If you just search for Gallium OS, like it shows there in the URL, there's
Yeah.
several, like how to turn it on and off. You got to do a little bit of a dance to get it to start up, and it's a winner. And speaking of winning, the reason that Guy got pancakes and sausage for breakfast,
I had pancakes for breakfast.
well, yeah, but your temperature is going to be lower tonight than mine. I'm only going to be 35, and yours is going to, according to my app, you're going to be 32.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had to brag.
Wait
Anyway.
a minute. It says 39 on mine.
Oh, are you going to
what's a few degrees among friends?
I mean,
yeah,
if
fine.
it's 35 or 39 and you're on the back porch, you're going to get a jacket either way.
Yeah, for sure.
The reason I got breakfast, you can turn this guy off. This one here.
Okay.
I had the microphone muted. That was one thing I said, gosh, how come I can hear that? So I had to, for a moment there, while you were still talking and doing the updates, I had the Chromebook in my lap. I'm not sure what I should call it now. I think I'm still going to call it a Chromebook.
Sure.
Anyway, the wife had I bought it for her for a gift, I think last Christmas, or maybe for her birthday, because her birthday is on the 28th of December. It's all kind of a blur. I got her a Kindle Fire from Amazon, the little tablet.
Yeah.
And last night, she says, I'm going to pitch this. It's no good. It won't turn on. It's not charging. It's messed up. I said, well, if you've given up on it, let me have it for a second. See what I can do. Maybe I can fix it. Pat guy on the back.
Did?
I did. I found out if you hold down the power button and the volume down button at the same time for about, I'm guessing 6 or 7 seconds, a menu comes up on the screen and it says, do you want to restart or, and the one that you do is to wipe all the data and reset it. Erase everything that's on it, because obviously it's got something bad, and set all the ones and zeros back to a brand new machine. So I did that, and bazinga, it worked.
Nice. So were you guessing or?
No, I Googled it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to fly blind like that. I knew there had to be a reset command or some way to reset it, because with a tablet, you don't have a keyboard unless you got Bluetooth keyboard and stuff. And who's got that? So
I'm curious about your Chromebook. How old is it?
Well, in June of 2019, they quit doing updates. So they usually update it for 6.5 years from. So I'm guessing 2013.
Okay,
because doing the math.
Okay, because I was Googling around because, in fact, I'm using a third-party webcam. I don't want to take any chances because remember I told you I had some problems with my camera and earbuds being recognized. So in Googling around looking for info, I saw that people with computers just slightly older than mine. I think mine is latter year 2014. And people with early 2014 and earlier MacBooks, many of them, the updates destroyed their computers. I shouldn't say destroyed.
Yeah, because the chipset doesn't support it.
Because Apple said take it to your Apple store.
Yeah.
But that lets me know it might be time.
Yep.
To get a laptop, because I barely escaped. Because this is later year 2014.
My wife just got a every once in a while I see a 23 joule stem wind and wonder of technology. She just bought a Samsung Flexbook. Take a look at those.
Never heard of it. Oh, I have to, I'm an Apple girl. It's got to be a MacBook.
It's got a keyboard.
Got to be a MacBook.
Right? But you can fold the keyboard around, like do a 180, and then it's a tablet. It's
I've seen those. Those are cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
There's a Disney movie, Read It and Weep, where the kid has this super cool laptop. Like you said, she can turn the keyboard around, and she can draw pictures and type and write and draw, with colors and all that.
Please don't say draw pictures, because I was drooling at a stylus for my Chrome today. I was thinking, it's only $28.
Get it.
And then I said, am I going to use it? Nah, probably not. So I didn't get it.
I have an Apple Pencil for my iPad. I use it occasionally.
Yeah, but does it have a little pocket that you can slide it into when you're not using it? Like my phone, it's got a stylus that pops out. The
case has this indented area for the Apple Pencil.
See, so my stylus fits right inside of my phone.
That's like nice. That. Nice.
And being that my Chromebook, my Pixel book, I got for a gift last Christmas, doesn't have a hole like that. It doesn't have a little gadget like you've got where you can lay it in the groove.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's going to be the lost stylus, because it's going to go down in the crack of my recliner when I fall asleep or something. And then it's going to be gone. Right. So I said, I'm not going to get it.
Or just have a place where you just store it. Now, when I get back into my cartooning, that's when I'm going to bring out my Apple Pencil again. I actually have a cartoon character that I've been meaning to introduce to the Durham Skywriter. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do it.
Is he a life moments cartoon character? Like the funniest thing happened to me today, and you draw a little picture of it, or do you take headlines from the news?
I'm not really. People only call me when I'm 704.
There's a volume button on that gadget, isn't there?
Yeah, I just decline the call. This
of,
character is I wonder if I have one sitting around here. It's a puppy dog. I thought I had it. I guess I don't. Usually I have one sitting around here somewhere. But anyway, it's a really cute little puppy. And I want to use it the way Nickelodeon magazine used to use Stella. Stella was a puppy cartoon character in Nickelodeon magazine. And she would make snarky comments and cute little comments. So I want to do something like that with my. And in fact, when I was
well, you're gonna have to work on your snarky.
Yeah, well, I can be.
I'm sorry, Pat, but you're not very snarky as a rule.
As a rule.
But
when I was even younger, let's see, Sergio Aragonés was a cartoonist. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
These cartoons, I think, were in the margins of the Mad magazine or Spy versus Spy. Spy versus Spy. I think is what he used to do, and that really inspired me. Just seeing cartoons popping up out of nowhere. So, and then when I saw Nickelodeon magazine doing it when I was younger, I realized, I got to use my cartoon. Actually, I have a puppy cartoon character and I have a bird. And the bird cartoon character, I've used, I think I used to use it to make political comments. Looking down on us from above, from his perch above. looking down on us like,
oh, look what the humans are doing now. Yeah.
yeah. So I might
And this
revive
would
that
be a
one.
good year for that. You know, in 2020, there are a few moments.
I think we need encouragement. I think we've got enough.
Speaking of
We've
moments,
got enough snark.
speaking of political comments, here's what my sister-in-law told me yesterday. I called Becky about something else, and she said, "Oh, by the way, did you hear this? Okay, Jay Inslee's our governor in Washington State.
Okay.
He came on the TV news, wall to wall, says, "Hey, you got to stay home. Don't go anywhere. You know, Thanksgiving holiday, don't mingle. You're going to spread this virus. It's out of control." What he didn't say is, "Oh yeah, when I hang up the phone and get done with this, I'm going to Hawaii."
Isn't that cute? I hope he knows that when you go to Hawaii, they tell you you have to quarantine. For 2 weeks.
Yeah, that my nephew just came back from there, and he goes,
I hope his vacation is longer than 2 weeks, because if not, his whole vacation is going to be in the hotel room.
You know, him being the governor, he might pull some strings. He might say, "Well, I quarantined for 2 weeks at home, and then I got on the plane."
They're not playing in Hawaii. No, they're not playing.
Yeah,
I know someone who lives there. They are not playing.
My nephew, he knows people that live over there from working over there, and they're still arresting people over there. People that are in violation of the. Go ahead and answer. So you know you're calling. Oh.
Go ahead.
You know, I've got an app on my phone I was going to show you. It's called, I don't know if you can see it. See that little icon? The orange.
Which one?
The one right in the middle.
It says
like a call screener.
Oh, call screener.
Call screener. If I get a phone call coming in and it's in their database, it pops up a little, just like that icon, that orange dot. And says, "This is probably a spam caller." And so
that's cool.
I don't answer them. And sometimes I'll answer them anyway and say, "Do you have the authority to take me off your list? Because I already know you're a spammer. I just don't need it."
What do they say usually? They usually say yes.
They usually don't say anything. They usually just hang up.
Oh.
Not a word.
Yeah.
It's a shame that since I've added my cell phone number to the national do not call list, do not call.gov, which is the Federal Trade Commission.
I forgot all about that. Let me write that down.
Do not call.gov.
Yeah, I used to. I forgot.
Right.
Yeah.
So back in the day, you put your number in there and you didn't get any calls. Well, since I've added my cell phone number, I get like 3 or 4 calls a day. That's why I installed Call Screener. Because I'm getting so dang many of them.
That's kind of weird.
You know, it should be the opposite of that. You should get fewer. Yeah. I mean, that's why we both use Gmail, because Gmail, God bless them, their email client is free, and they do a pretty decent job of blocking crap mail.
Also, I like the fact that you can they transcribe your messages, so you can, when you're checking your email, you can see what calls you missed, and then you can read what they said in their message.
Oh, the voicemail, right?
Yeah.
Voice to text.
And I like this. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah. And then you can answer via email, even though it's supposed to be. It ends up on text on their phone somehow, but you can answer via email, and it goes to their phone as a text. And I like that. Because my typing is so bad on my phone, with my thumbs.
Oh, I don't even type on the phone. Doesn't happen. If it's like a messenger thing or something where I've got to type back, then I'll fire up this laptop. The Chromebook will have a keyboard, or this computer has a keyboard, and I'll type it on there.
So does the Chromebook look like a laptop? What is it? What does it look like? I keep hearing Chromebook.
It looks like this.
How big is it? Oh, this
has got an 11-inch.
There it is.
It's an 11-inch.
I can see myself.
Yeah. It's 11.6 or something like that. Some weird number.
Okay. Cool.
And it's doable. If you want something like when you're doing DJ Pity Pat, going down and playing music, this would be a lot lighter to pack and take with, because all you need basically is a browser, right? I mean, you don't have to have any.
No, well, all my music is on iTunes.
Yeah, but you don't. Do you play it back through a device?
Well, yeah, I mean, from my laptop to my DJ equipment, the mixer, speakers.
Oh, okay. So you're
yeah,
plugging your laptop into your mixer.
my mixer and yeah,
And so
my
it's a source.
subwoofer speakers.
Okay, okay. I would try and see if you can get a Chromebook that'll, because if it's a URL, just like
And yeah,
Facebook and StreamYard's a URL,
actually,
what I'm going to
do next year, if my financial situation improves, I'm going to get a new MacBook. And I will use this MacBook for DJing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, when I saw that the newest update bricked
yeah,
the brethren
I've seen
this
that
particular
before.
laptop, I was saying to myself, yeah, that might be a good warning for me that the next big update
that's planned. I'm
planned obsolescence.
Yeah, that's what I call it, because they know when they put that chipset in there, oh, this isn't going to work with version 11 or whatever it is.
And supposedly Apple's using some new chip of their own design, which is making some big splash.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. People are excited. I'm like, fine, as long as it works. But yeah, so right. I think next year I'm going to have to get a new MacBook. And that's fine. I mean, this one I got, let's see. I got this one in 2015, but it was a 2014. Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 years, that's pretty good for a computer, I guess.
Yeah, and speaking of computers and updates, I just ran the updates on the Gallium OS today, and there was like 40 some updates of the 60 some, because I don't do it every day. And they were security updates. So they're working on it, polishing that apple. They didn't just proof it, publish it, and forget about it like some software that you get. They're maintaining the project. So
Gallium is some third-party, totally unrelated company to Chromebook.
Right.
They just took it upon themselves just to do. They don't sell. They don't sell.
They were smart because they know that every Chromebook that's made, if you go down and buy one today, in 6.5 years, it's going to happen the same way like your old MacBook is. It's going to be unable to update. Either the company's not going to push the updates to them, as in the case of the Chromebook, or your chipset that's installed won't support the new OS.
So how do you stay in business? I mean, so Gallium OS is not free then? You had to buy it?
Free.
How do they stay in business?
Well, I think they're getting donations.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're standing at the back door of the Google factory saying, hey, you know, we're keeping your old Chromebooks alive. People are less likely to gripe about having a Chromebook if we're still around. So, you know,
I have actually,
car? Yeah.
I've seen third-party type companies get purchased by other companies because they position themselves in such a way that their operation was like integrated.
Yeah, it takes buy me a coffee to a whole new level.
Yeah, for sure.
It's buy me a corporation. Well, okay.
But I've also seen third-party companies fall by the wayside because when Blab, was it Periscope? It was either Blab or Periscope. I think Periscope. When some live streaming app or platform was popular a few years ago, they had an inability to record the show. So you would go to the show, do your show. At the end of your show, if you wanted to see it again and share it, you'd have to go to, I can't think of the name of it, but this third party, in order to, you would send, somehow your show would be sent to this third party, or then you could download it from them for free. And this was, let's see, Fetch. It was called Fetch.
Okay.
And what happened with Fetch was that Blab or Periscope, whichever one it was, I think it was probably Blab, they figured out how to record shows, which meant Fetch had to, I assume they went out of business because that's the only thing they did.
Yeah. Remember how we talked the other day about Ask Me Anything? Well, the founder of TWUBS, you know, that TWUBS thing I told you,
And I signed up, by the way.
He was on a link, and so I clicked on it, and it said unable to load blah 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 .blab.im. I went, well, yeah, I think I know why. So he must have, way back in the day when Blab was popular, he used that platform for his session, whatever it was.
Yeah, Blab was pretty
I thought,
magical.
what a small world.
I'm going to look up Fetch and see if they're still in business. I bet they're not, because I think that was the only thing they did.
Or they could have rebranded, renamed it. Just like, look at like, what was whereby.com called? Insights?
Whereby was appear.in.
Yeah, appear.in. Right. Well, they rebranded
I can't remember,
themselves to Whereby.
Yeah, why did they change their name? Somebody else had that name?
Yeah, something to do with the name.
Okay.
That's why they had to change it.
So now it's whereby.in.
In the late 90s, before the Olympic Games started, there was an internet provider in Silverdale, Washington called, was it Olympic IT or something? And they had to change their name because the Olympics said, we're going to start up the Olympic Games and you guys can't use that name. It doesn't belong to you.
Well, wait a minute. If he had it first, how could they do that?
He didn't have it first. The Olympic Games been going on since the ancient Greeks, okay?
No, I mean in terms of having that IT, you know.
Well, some reason it was related to the Olympic Games. They had to change their name.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay. I remember Prince Spaghetti tried to muscle Prince, the musician, out of the way because, of course, that was his name, though. So he was able to prove that's my name. I'm not trying to rip off Prince Spaghetti. And of course, Prince Spaghetti was around a lot longer than Prince the musician. Yeah. But I guess he could say that, just like here in Durham, there used to be a place called McDonald's. It was a hamburger place.
Yeah.
And
but it wasn't the McDonald's.
But apparently years ago, McDonald's tried to muscle them out. But that was their actual last name. So they were allowed to stay in business until, well, they finally retired, went out of business.
Yeah. Yeah, and the kids didn't want to do it. That happens. Well.
But I think it can be a clever move to see a need, be it, you know, online or whatever, and then try to fulfill that need or fix that patch, so to speak. It could lead to being bought out at a nice price by the mother company that you're targeting, or you could fall flat on your face as they see what you're doing and figure out a way to do it and push you out.
I do have to raise my chair.
Yeah, do that.
I like the sign being up there.
Yeah, right, it is cool.
The Durham Skywriter. I'm gonna have to screenshot that and steal it. But my face is too low. It looks like I'm under a protected witness program or something.
It's like that guy. What's that show? Boy Meets World. You would never see the next door neighbor's face.
Yeah.
That's.
I used to be called that guy.
The next door neighbor. I can't think of his name.
Remember the guy that was sitting over the fence and you could just see the top of his hat?
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nickname I had for a while. They said, "Oh, you're just like so and so." I forget the name too. Mm-hmm. Oh, and speaking of names, did I send you the link for Deputy Dog's sidekick? Remember you asked me who the sidekick was? The cartoon show?
Yeah.
Well, so I Googled it and looked up. He had 2 sidekicks.
Okay.
And one was a possum and one was a squirrel, or I don't remember. No, Rocket Raccoon, I think, was one of them.
Ricochet Rabbit?
No, not Ricochet Rabbit. That's a different cartoon movie.
Okay. I do remember Ricochet Rabbit. Rabbit.
Yeah, ping, ping, ping. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. But anyway, you have a good day.
Okay, guy.
Hopefully that won't be too tearful when you do your last DJ session.
Well, I got to find a way to play Christmas music somewhere here.
Why don't you do it during the show? When you're doing your Skywriter, all you need is an additional source and share the screen from your whatever and have the music and have a Christmas interlude. You know, like when you do the little drum roll introduction of the show,
Mhm.
or like when the countdown's going on for 50 seconds, instead of that music embed that's on there now, whatever embed is on, you could slap music in behind that.
Copyrighted music? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You're a musician. I think you'd have to come
I
up
don't
with your own
know.
thing.
Yeah. Actually, I bought some, I think I told you, I bought some equipment, and I will soon be, because the music that I'm using right now, of course, is not my music. And I'm
Right.
hoping to add my actual, real, original music to my streams. So just for fun.
Speaking of
So,
adding music, did you ever find any copies of your dad playing saxophone?
no.
Oh, shoot.
But you know, it was 1940s. It was probably just for a very short time.
Yeah.
You know,
My father was in Vietnam in 1967. And he
yeah,
said, well, there's probably nothing on the internet about that.
yeah.
I pulled up volumes of stuff,
Mhm.
and he's looking at guys' pictures, and this is in the 2010s era.
Mhm.
He says,
Yeah,
oh, that guy is so and so, and he named off names and stuff.
cool.
And if they were still around, he went to some. They had a reunion, and they
Mhm.
said, well, these are the guys that have passed away. Well, he added about 5 names to that
Mhm.
list that they had that they thought they were
Okay.
doing so good of a job with. I said,
Okay.
you need to keep in touch with these guys a lot better than you're doing.
I got a funny military story. My friend
Now,
Gloria.
remember, I'm an Air Force brat, so don't trigger me,
No,
okay?
this is a cool story.
All right. Okay.
So my friend Gloria, her dad was in World War II,
Okay.
and he was out in one of the
Patrols.
European countries. So I can't
Yeah.
remember which one. So I saw a picture of him in uniform with one of those cool pipes, those long pipes, looking like really cool,
Yeah.
And I was like, it doesn't look like he's at war. I said, what's going on with your dad? Because he looks too cool and relaxed. So he was an office guy. But what he did, now here in Durham, we used to have a paper called the Carolina Times.
Okay.
It just folded because Mr. Edmonds just died this past year,
Yeah.
or rather this year. But Carolina Times was the local African American newspaper for Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
And so, you know how when you're watching the news and you see, CNN's foreign correspondent, and
Yeah. Right.
so because he loved to write, he would write stories from the front lines or whatever, and he called himself the Carolina Times foreign correspondent, and I was amazed
Oh, wow. And
because
he
I
got
can't.
away with it because they're
Yes,
not
sir.
good. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't know if there was any other
Too cool.
small newspaper or black newspaper that had a foreign correspondent during World War II. They might have, who knows. But I just thought that was super cool. He was a cool guy. Dr. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟.
My dad, one of the stories from Vietnam, and I've got a bunch, and we could fill up the whole day with stories.
Hmm.
The French donated this vehicle. It was a great big, like a Humvee, only bigger, and they had 4 M60 machine guns mounted up. It's like super firepower, whoop-de-doo. And they said, well, we're going to bring this up to the main gate. They'll never get past this, right? So they're showing off doing the dog and pony show. Dad walked up, pulled out his 45, went bang, bang, shot flat tires in it, said, yeah, let's keep it right there.
Wow. There's no way he did that. Whoa.
Nobody ever thought of that. Why they didn't put it like on a half track or something that wouldn't be immobilized by a single bullet. Who's
he actually shot the tires.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't get court-martialed.
Well,
but he made them think, didn't he?
It was probably more fun than they wanted to have, to court-martial Dad.
But he made them think.
Well, yeah, they probably redesigned that effort.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
And that term you just used, I don't know what that term was you just used, but I'm assuming you mean that tank thing, wheelie thing. The strip.
Yeah, like a tank track. Yeah, like a half track would have.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what's your high temperature in Washington State today? I'm just curious.
Not very much. 50 something, I think.
Well, that's good.
No,
That's not bad.
We've had better. Let's see.
I mean, it is fall.
Yeah. Here it comes. The high today, 54.
Not bad. Like I said, it's fall. What can you expect?
Yeah.
So,
We're not going to be bad. Next Monday coming, it's going to only get to a high of 47.
okay. So it'll probably be in the mid-40s for Thanksgiving?
50.
50? That's good.
I just scrolled to the right.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
the lows at night are in the 30s, but above 32, like 36, 38, stuff like that.
I bet some people in your state have salmon for Thanksgiving. I'll bet.
Oh, I would in a minute.
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
It's always good.
Mm.
You know what the best salmon is? Is the salmon that you get where you live. Atlantic salmon is less oily than a king or a silver. When they raise salmon in the pens up on the south end of Bainbridge Island in Puget Sound, a Norwegian company bought them, and they're raising salmon in the pens. Well, they tried silvers, couldn't do it. Parasites would eat them up. They'd die. King salmon couldn't do it. Well, what are we going to do? Every time we put salmon in here, the parasites destroy them. They got Atlantic salmon. Parasites didn't know what they were.
I don't know. I tend to only buy canned salmon, so I don't know where it comes from.
Look on the label. Tell them that you want Atlantic salmon.
Atlantic.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it's tastier.
It's pretty darn good. Pretty good.
Okay. Well, you know, a lot of people buy fresh fish, but I didn't grow up with, my dad didn't like fish, so we never had fish. So I'm just not getting around to it. So I don't know if I can get fresh salmon in North Carolina. I mean, you did say Atlantic. So I assume it's somewhere on the East Coast.
Salmon, it would have to be Atlantic to get it fresh. I mean,
I don't know if that would be
right
Florida,
to your plate.
Georgia.
Yeah, that's what you want. Like when I used to smoke salmon, I would never freeze them. A lot of people would get them, clean them, fillet them, and then put them in the freezer. And to me, that wrecks them. I don't care how good you wrap them.
Whoa,
Freezing the salmon makes them taste different, I think.
That's good to know.
Yeah, one time, speaking of Chicago, shh, don't tell anybody. But there was some big shots from Chicago that were at my wife's social agency for some kind of a meeting or something, and they were observants or something. So they had this potluck thing. And I had just gone fishing, smoked up some salmon. I said, well, here, take this down with you. And so she came up with the idea of mixing cream cheese with the smoked salmon, putting it on crackers.
So that sounds good.
Once those big shots got their first taste, they never went back and sat down at their table. They just stood right there by Darlene and sucked down the crackers with the salmon on.
That sounds good.
She could make it. She said, you know, we could sell this in Chicago and make a bunch of money.
Okay, salmon with cream cheese and what else? Because I'm going to try this. I'm going to write this down.
Salmon and cream cheese.
Plus cream. Do you think like maybe chives or onions or something?
No, that's too fancy.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she just did salmon. Let's go ask her. Let's go ask her. Just a minute.
Okay.
Time out. Tell a joke. That's what you always do to me. And don't start singing the Jeopardy theme song.
Hilarious. Oh, he's got a Japanese what's it called? Shoji screen?
On crackers. Cool. Those guys from Chicago were eating it as fast as but you didn't put anything else in it. Just salmon and cream cheese. That was it, right? Yeah. Okay.
No chives, no onions, no garlic? Let's see what he has to say. Let's pretend like, we didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Salmon and cream cheese.
No garlic, no onion.
Nothing else. That was it.
Salmon and cream cheese.
Now,
gotcha.
Now she's hollering. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, it wasn't. They weren't from Chicago. They were from Washington D.C.
Oh,
Just a second. Hang on.
big city, big city. Whatever. Isn't this fun? This is so fun. If you'd like to hang out at Bull City Hangout, just know how fun this is and how easy this is. I do this every weekday at noon, Saturdays at 10. So let me know if you want to hang out. You don't have to actually let me know in advance, but yeah. Guys back with some. All righty. Okay.
So
All righty.
the other ingredient, finely chopped green onions.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
You can do that anyway. You don't have to just take what I'm saying. I didn't even remember they're from Washington, D.C. I was thinking Chicago because you're from Chicago. So I try to be good to the neighborhood, you know.
That sounds really good. Now, what we used to do, we used to get sardines and Pop would you put a little mayonnaise on a cracker, one little dot of hot sauce, and then a sardine. That's a good eat.
Sardines. My dad used to eat sardines with crackers. Salt, just a regular old saltine cracker, not a Ritz or anything else. And just put a cracker, piece of sardine, and a cracker, just like a peanut butter sandwich, and that was it.
It's good, but like I said, the mayonnaise and the little dot of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Okay.
Very tasty. Now I'm getting hungry.
I'm not a big fan of hot sauce.
I'm not either. But just that little dot.
If there's a sissy sauce, you know, like the mild, I'll get that before I'll get medium or hot.
I understand. Same here.
Yeah, I just don't.
I can't actually handle anything hot. That's why, you know. But anyway, it's all good. So I'm going to try that salmon cream cheese and green onions for sure.
Okay, so, and if I hear of a deal on a MacBook, because I get that stuff all the time,
I would appreciate that because
I will zap you a message right away.
Because I think next year I might have to bite the bullet.
I think there should be a Kickstarter for the Durham Skywriter to buy the new MacBook. You know,
I mean, people are out of work, so yeah, now's not the time to be asking for money. I don't think.
Me too. So, and in fact, I registered another hashtag this morning.
What?
𝗕𝗟 Cook Report, and it says a representative of TWUBS is going to contact you about finalizing this, dotting the I's, cross the T's, whatever they do when they call you.
Oh.
And so I wrote him back. That's how come I looked up that guy being on Blab, because I was looking for how to get in touch with them to say, how long do I got to wait? I mean, I paid my $9. Woo, big ducks. And it seems that somebody should have called me by now, especially for the Uncle Guy one, because that's been like 48 hours, I think. So
well, it's a holiday week. It's a holiday week. I actually registered Durham Skywriter, but I didn't pay. They said you can go so far for free. So I took them up on the free offer. So okay, so I will see you next time, Guy. Thanks for dropping by.
I'll try to be taller next time.
However you like. Okay, Guy. I'll see you later.
See you. Bye.
Okay. Awesome. I forgot to do my shout out to my alma mater, Talladega College in rural Alabama. Great place. Oh, that was, I actually have family there. So when I went there, it was quite interesting. I imagine a school that's so small. When I was there, it was only 500 students. Wonderful. That's where my parents met, by the way. And I think they went up to 750. I think they went up to 1,000. But I think that the normal size nowadays is about 750 students. Great HBCU. If you ever want to learn more, I'm sure you can check it out at Durham. It's probably I said Durham. It's probably Talladega.edu or TalladegaCollege.edu or something like that. Anyway, with that, I will go on. I am going to be at the bus station on Pettigrew downtown from 3:30 until 6:30. It's going to be beautiful out. My friend Terry says Terry Morris, she says she's going to be out there. She's going to be out there with her blanket. She's going to enjoy the music. So why don't you come out too? There's plenty of grass to lie around, and there's also a food truck there. And why not? I'll see you there. And I will be doing Bull City Hangout tomorrow morning. With it being Saturday, it will be 10 a.m. I always do it a little early on Saturdays because of the farmers market, etc., etc. With that, ciao for now. I will see you tomorrow if I don't see you today.